Good afternoon. Welcome to Global Connections. My name is Ken Rossi, and I'm guest host filling in for Dr. Carlos Juarez. Today, my guests are on my far left, Dr. Lawrence Rowland, an Associate Professor of Information Systems and the Department Chair for HPU's Department of Financial Economics and Information Systems. Next to him is Mr. Micah Hwang from the State of Hawaii's Department of Office of Information Management and Technology. Next to him, and next on my left, is Bellamy, a student in Hawaii Pacific University's Master of Science in Information Systems. Also with us is Ms. Kuuipo Laumatia, who will be joining us later on. Today we're here to talk about HPU's College of Business's project-based learning initiative and the State of Hawaii's Transformation Internship Program. So we'll start today with Larry talking about the project-based learning initiative.
Okay, and I wanted to thank you for the opportunity. This is great. It's good being with you guys. Well, to kind of back up a little bit, talk about the mission of the College of Business. I've got the mission statement right here, and there's a really interesting part here. It says, the HPU College of Business in the center of the Pacific region prepares students to become profession-ready global leaders. Okay, that's the first important part. But then the next part comes in, it says, through a strong interface with the community, businesses, and professional organizations we serve. We achieve this through an internationally diverse blend of students and highly experienced faculty and staff. Now, I think the significant part about that is that it's saying that we're going to work with students through a strong interface with the community, businesses, and professional organizations. And that's where this program really shows its strength. The project-based initiative through the College of Business has various objectives. And I just wanted to, while I have them here in front of me, read them off to kind of give an idea of what's guiding this overall initiative at the university. The overall objective is consistent with the mission to produce profession-ready global leaders. The purpose of this project is to establish and maintain a project-based learning initiative within the College of Business Administration, so that this is something that's ongoing. And there's 5 major outcomes associated with this project. One is a community development pilot, where we actually kind of do this on a small scale to see if it works. Secondly, a network of Hawaii business partners. Thirdly, an integrated HPU College of Business approach to the project-based learning experience, meaning within the College of Business we are consistent with how we're approaching various projects. A multimedia portfolio of completed projects. This is something our assistant dean is helping with, collecting a database of projects. And then we manage this overall project. But that was the general idea, and this actually has taken shape many years ago through the service learning program that used to be active at Hawaii Pacific University, but that lost federal funding. We did probably over 500 projects over the last 15 years with various folks in the community to try to get students to have that real experience, the out of the classroom experience. But recently we've been interacting with the state folks, and that's been really amplified and brought us closer together in terms of closer to our objectives. In the past, we had ad hoc projects happening all over the place, but this relationship with the state has really allowed us to kind of perfect our project-based initiative. And it's helped the state and it's helped us. And we really have enjoyed the ongoing relationship that we've built there. And it's done wonders for our program.
Thank you, Larry. Micah, can you tell us a little bit about the TIP program itself so we can connect the two?
Sure. Well, first of all, thank you for allowing me to be here and just sharing this opportunity with you guys. So the TIP program stands for Transformation Internship Program, and it's its focus is to allow students and give them the opportunity to see what it's like to work within a government setting, as well as seeing just different aspects that you wouldn't get within a private sector. So let's see. So TIP's, although main focus and goal is business and IT modernization, we try to appeal to other any other students or with different majors, so that because we have access and we're essentially the central hub for all 18 executive branches, we're able to create and present project opportunities for interns to have different experiences. So that's kind of how TIP works, and yeah.
Okay, thank you. Just to add to that, the HPU's been involved with the TIP program for 2.5 years now, and the difference we were able to do with this program was to bring the classroom into the program. In other words, instead of having an individual intern assigned to a department for a semester, a class of students would link with a department and produce a project or a deliverable for them. In the past, some of our projects have included a development of a database of job descriptions for the Department of Human Resources Development. Early on, a team did a review of the business processes for the finance and payroll. From what I understand, there were 18 departments that had 18 different payroll systems. And in order to standardize those, the students first helped map those processes. So these have been, gave us the opportunity to bring the classroom alive. You know, it's one thing to stand there and listen to a teacher talk to you for 3 hours a night for a semester, but to sit there and see this in action has been pretty beneficial. Now, Andre, tell us what you're doing with this.
Yes, I'm a first-year MIS student, and with the TIP program, beginning of the semester, we were offered the opportunity to work on projects with the state, and I saw that as an opportunity to use the knowledge base learned in the classroom as an opportunity to apply it in a real-world situation. I work with the Department of Branch of Tuberculosis with digitizing the data. After that project was over with, I saw an opportunity to further work with the state and manage a portfolio of projects that students coming after me can actually apply the same knowledge-based learning. So it was a great opportunity working with Micah and Dr. Rossi and Dr. Rowland here over the summer to build on that portfolio.
Okay, thank you. Did you have a video to show, Larry?
Not today.
Oh, no video today. Oh, okay. Well, Micah, tell us a little bit more about what's going on with the summer program.
Sure. So right now in the summer, we have 2 programs that are running parallel to each other. One, which Andre is a part of, is the portfolio team. And to give an overview of what the portfolio team is doing is they are creating a structure so that as departments give projects that want to be involved with TIP, the portfolio team will gather a pool of projects so that because TIP is offered every semester, fall, spring, and summer, we want to have projects ready as student pools come in. And so the portfolio team is going to be piloting that to have those projects ready. And then on the side of that, we have the TIP summer program, which is ongoing projects right now. So the ongoing projects for this summer, we have, I believe we have 9 projects that are in effect right now. And it ranges anywhere from the State Procurement Office, the DBED, the Health Department. I believe Andre's TB project is also initiating its phase 2 during this summer. So there's definitely a lot of different projects. And the interesting thing is, from our pool of interns this semester, we're seeing not only IT or CS majors come in, but we're seeing business administration majors, psychology majors, sociology majors, engineering majors. And it's interesting that they're applying, because we start to build mini project teams so that they're exposed to working with different interns with different skill sets. Because in a school format, I too was a recent graduate from Manoa, and in school, being in a computer science major, you're always paired together with CS majors, and after starting to work with the state of Hawaii, I've realized that our team, my PMCE team, has a lot of different people with different skill sets. And what the TIP program does is allow students, interns, to experience that. So it's not only just government experience, but it's also team learning experience. And it's just, the entire project itself has just many different approaches and perspectives to it. It's a really good opportunity.
Okay, thank you.
You're
Larry,
welcome.
Larry, tell us a little bit about how Andre's summer project came about.
It's very similar to what Micah just mentioned. we, at the beginning of each semester, we try to broker projects to the students in classes. They're presented a variety of opportunities, and what we have to do is be careful to pick the right project, or have people pick the right projects. Their skill levels have to match the project. Their interest has to match the project. So the more information we have about the projects, the easier it is for a student to self-select or select students for various projects. And after several semesters of people going, I don't know that much about the project, I don't know if I can commit, we decided, well, let's get a little bit more information. So that's what gave rise to the portfolio project, was basically, let's find out about these potential projects, present them in a very organized way. It's almost like a menu for students to pick a project from. And the other part about this is it really fits in well with a concept that we're trying to promote at the college business, portfolio of projects. Many companies have portfolios, different projects that fit their strategic needs. And we're using this exercise as an example of how to develop strategically a portfolio, how to set up a management plan for it, a roadmap for that through the future with state projects. So it gives us an opportunity to play with the projects kind of at a different level. Not only are we doing a project, but we're also kind of organizing the projects in a strategic way.
Okay. Yeah, one of the changes we added this year to the program was a new Capstone course for the MSIS program. And this is where the students bring together everything they've learned. And last semester, we were able to have a team go work with the state in the Portfolio Project Center, the Project Management Center of Excellence. And this allowed a group of Capstone students to oversee this entire process. And that's an aspect that'll come every semester from here on out, is a team of students will be assigned to work with Micah and Kuuipo and the Project Management Center of Excellence to help oversee these projects. And then hopefully each summer we'll be able to have a small team like Andre's team come in and help develop the portfolio for the coming years, new projects that come in. Larry, tell me how these projects fit into your classes that you teach, though.
Yeah, that's a good question. Our classes, there's several classes that take advantage of the TIP program. The class I teach is a project management class. So it's not necessarily about tech, but it's about how to manage projects in tech. We also have a database class. We have the Capstone class. We have a software engineering class. All of these are moving in and out of the TIP program. And what we try to do is, again, have projects that just about anybody can get involved in. For instance, in the project management class, because it's common to MBA students, organizational change students, HRM, human resource management students, not all of them can be expected to be up on their technology, up on their programming skills or networking or security. So we try to have projects that can fit just about anybody. Last semester, the a group of HR students got together and helped develop a program for workplace, behavior videos, how to behave in the workplace. And that was a great project for them. It didn't require a lot of technical knowledge, but it required project knowledge. So in our class, we also have people that are fairly competent technically, and they can be doing supporting network people or databases. Another interesting aspect of what we've done is combine classes, the database and the project management, where the database class does the database, the project management class does the project management. So there's coordination there. All kinds of different mixtures of
Thank
things
you.
we can make.
We'll get back to this after a break.
Sure.
Now we'll take a short break.
Here's the deal. I'm Jay Fidel. I'm the host of Hawaii, the State of Clean Energy, which is the Energy Policy Forum's program on Wednesday. That's how we call Wednesday Energy Wednesday. We call it Energy Wednesday every Wednesday. Are you surprised? Okay, and we get guys like Jim Alberts here from Hawaiian Electric who can tell us what's really going on in energy. We want to be informed. It's so important. It's the most important initiative in our state. Clean energy is major, okay? And that's why we cover it on this show. That's the deal. What do you think, Sharon?
I think that's great. That's why we're here every Wednesday from 4 to 5, and we hope you all join us so we can hear people like Jim coming on our show and co-host Ray Starley from Hawaii Energy.
Okay, Jim, you've been here today. You've seen this. You heard what she said. What do you think?
I think it's a tremendous opportunity for people to come together and talk about the issues. Oftentimes, there isn't a good forum to bring these key issues out into the public, and this is a tremendous way to go about it. And the activity of this show is essential to keep talking about energy because, as you said, it's such an essential part of our lives that we need to pay attention to it and we need to think about the future.
Okay, Ray, your turn.
Well, this is a special time in the history of Hawaii where we're making some pretty radical changes in the way we use energy and generate energy. And this show is the one place you can count on coming to every Wednesday and hearing something about the latest issues that are on the table, being discussed, that will affect us all going forward. So come join us, and if you have some ideas you want to share with us about energy, give us a call and let us know. We'll put you up here and let you talk for an hour. So come see us.
Thanks, Ray. Thanks, Sharon. Thanks, Jim. It's great to be, from ThinkTech's point of view, it's great to have this show. We love the show. It's our most important show. So come around and listen to us 4 to 5 on Wednesday. Thanks a lot. Bye.
Aloha.
Aloha.
Hi, aloha. My name is Chris Leatham, and I host a show called The Economy and You. The show plays every Wednesday at noon. And on my show, I bring on guests who are interested or working in the technology space. And so I'd like you to come and watch the show and learn with me about all the sort of exciting things that we're doing in Hawaii to build and grow our economy ecosystem. So I'd like to say aloha, and I look forward to seeing you on the show. Thank you.
Welcome back to Global Connections. Again, I'm joined by Larry Rowland, Micah Hwang, and Andre Bellamy. Micah, tell us about the students who are involved in this.
Thank you. Yes, sure. So TIP has been around for a few years now, and over that course, we've had, I'd say, over 250 students so far that's been a part of the program. And that's not counting the interns that have applied. So for me, project managing this summer session, I've seen applications from HPU, UH Manoa, a few mainland colleges like Miami, Arizona. The student pool is actually from a lot of different places, which makes it interesting. But the main thing that I've noticed is all the interns who do apply have some relation to Hawaii. They want to either come back here or find opportunities that exist in Hawaii within our government setting or just opportunities in general, and they want to come back. So even this summer session, we have 19 total students that are a part of those 9 projects that we have ongoing this summer. And I'd say the applicant pool was well over 50 from just this summer session alone. So we're just happy to have interns applying, and we're encouraging them. So I have this one personal thing to tip, if you don't mind me sharing, is that when I first left college, I realized that there's a rumor that goes around in the student body, and the rumor is that opportunity doesn't exist in Hawaii, whether it's a low-paying job or no opportunities at all. It's the common trend is that as students leave college or graduate from school, they go straight to the mainland because they think the money's there and the opportunity's there. And I don't disagree with them. But we all have the common agreement too that Hawaii will always be home. And if we could stay home, then they would love to, and we would love to. So being given the opportunity and the chance to work within government and seeing that there's a program like TIP that exists, it was an automatic click that I had to be a part of it. And I'm just grateful to be a part of it. And as I go through the interviews and, you know, as we do Project Weekly updates, like we had one today just before this meeting, I would constantly remind them that, you know, we're trying to expose interns to government opportunities and not just government opportunities, but other opportunities, and that they do exist in Hawaii. And if we're able to change that student mentality that opportunities do exist in Hawaii, then we're able to keep more talent in Hawaii. And it's not that Hawaii doesn't have talent. We have talent, but a lot of them move to the mainland. It's unfortunate because for someone like me being born and raised here, I personally want to see Hawaii grow. And by doing that, by working within government, you can do that. So, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Andre, tell us why you like to be involved in this.
Dr. Rossi, I'm a transplant to Hawaii. I've been here about 5 years now, and I'm also a transition profession. I'm changing career fields from operations management to information systems management, returning to more of a knowledge-based society, and it saw it as a prime opportunity to work with the state to improve the functions of the state here in Hawaii. I also have a background in public administration as well, so I see this as an opportunity to grow, and it's going to cost the state less money. I think this is free. They're not paying me to work for the state here, and so I asked them to embrace this process and tell us what their projects are so we can help the state and we can grow. Again, it's personal to me. I'm a transplant here. I want to live here. I want to make the great state of Hawaii more effective so we can do better things by training our people here that want to stay here in Hawaii.
Great.
And
Larry, go ahead.
sorry, yeah, if you don't mind me saying, we appreciate students that come in with that mentality, because I too came in that way where we wanted to make changes. And, you know, it's really nice and comforting and just promising to see that come from interns that want to make a difference in Hawaii. And that's essentially what I'm trying to make across all interns, you know. So.
An interesting thing, we have a lot of international students in the program. They get into this TIP program, they get a glimpse of what the state is all about. Mm-hmm. And they want to be more a part of it. They can't necessarily get hired, mm-hmm. But I think it leaves a very good impression with them. The exposure they get to Hawaii and being involved at that level is very educational for an international student that's just visiting or getting a degree here. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a great benefit for the students also in that, especially for the IT students, that, you know, you learn about things in the classroom. We do case studies in the classrooms, which are a form of project-based learning. But a case study is handled in 3 hours, or you go home and write it up in a week and it's done. So you go from the beginning of a problem to the end of a problem in 3 hours, and we're finished with it. This gives the students the opportunity to see a 10 to 12-year project, which when the state does go back to bringing in a new enterprise system, all of these small projects feed into that. And it's really important for students to see the value of what little bits make up the whole, and also to see how you get these kinds of projects up and running. You know, big projects, large enterprise level projects are made up of thousands of small projects. And I know my students, I have them from the beginning of the program, the first course they take, to the last course they take. And then Larry and some of other folks pick up the students in the middle. But the initial course is a basic course for the MSIS program, the MBA program, the MAHRM, and the organizational change program. So we're able to put together project teams that go out to the state that have all these different backgrounds. And that's what allowed the team that did the business process mapping for the payroll. One team did a project over 2 semesters with the Department of Transportation, developing a communications tool for them, and then building a module onto it to allow them to do training videos. Mm-hmm. And I think we've seen other projects that have had training videos in them. So it's a great opportunity to see how these small pieces make up the whole.
Yeah, to touch bases on that, we as the state of Hawaii government, the entity is one of the one and only largest entity in Hawaii that you'll get. I mean, we're we're pushing, I'd say, around close to 75,000 as an enterprise. And the next biggest entity like that would be UH, which is about 40,000. So really, you can't get that enterprise experience anywhere else other than within government. And to use that, I mean, to understand what it feels like to, like you said, working in these small projects that make these big decisions for statewide is huge. Because every intern comes in, they get the impression like, oh, this project seems like just this one piece. But they need to understand that the way that the government works is that we have phases, we have small project sections that are all working towards one big goal. And yeah, so it's good to know that you know, the students see that whole package that it comes in is like, I'm able to work on a project and it'll affect 75,000 people. I mean, that's impressive to me. Yeah.
I see something like that in the student presentations.
Mhm.
In the past, we didn't have exposure to the state. A certain vocabulary was being used in the presentations. Now that we're in this huge state enterprise situation, the vocabulary that the students are using during their presentation is totally organizational. It's
Yeah.
enterprise.
Mhm.
It's huge. It's strategic. It's night and day from what it used to be. It's the palette people have to choose from in terms of experiences is just incredible.
And another value I think the students get to see out of this is when you talk about information technology and information systems, when we first brought up the idea of the state projects, a lot of them go, oh, I want to work with the state.
Mm-hmm.
After a couple of semesters, they all begin to realize that IT is IT is IT. It makes no difference where it's being used.
Mm-hmm.
The application fits anywhere. So this opened up their eyes to a wide variety of applications for information systems. Larry, tell us a little bit more about the students that come from HPU.
Oh, gee. HPU is such a wide range of students. We not only have geographically a huge variety of people. I think our president said that HPU is the largest Norwegian university outside of Norway. We have a lot of Scandinavians. Had a very good student from Brazil. We have Chinese, Japanese, Korean, European, mainland, and Hawaii. And people from Hawaii we get from different islands. So there's even that part of it. The other part of it is the range of experience. In our graduate program, we can have someone that just graduated from a bachelor's degree with no work experience, sitting right beside Andre, who, how many years experience do you have in the workplace?
25 years.
25 years, so they're going for the same degree, but a world of different in terms of experience. That can happen in our classrooms, and that makes it very dynamic. I mean, who was on your team in your last, you got a guy from, is he from Norway or Germany?
I had one from Germany, one from Norway, and one from China on my team who worked for the school state. So like I say, again, it's an international mix, and we also able to get a different perspective of it. And it actually helps work in the global environment as well, too. So it's very fascinating that we had this microcosm here in Hawaii to experiment with. It's great.
Yeah, it's one of the values of the classroom is when there's 8 or 9 languages spoken in a classroom, and that doesn't count English. And so that does provide the global experience, and then they go work with the state, who is a traditional organization, regardless of whether it's public or private. And we have to work through the same kinds of language issues, communications issues, understanding what goes on. Do you see anything? Well, this is only your first semester here, though, right?
Yes.
And Micah, this is yours too, right?
This will be the first time I'm project managing TIP, but I plan to have it be the first and stay on for quite a while. Yeah.
Thank you. We'll take a short break now. Thank you very much.
Aloha, my name is Paul Jackson, better known as PJ, and my local interest is in sports. I have my own sports radio show at KWAI AM 1080 that you can stream live. I also have my own website, pjsportsradio.com. We have live guests in studio, and we talk about discussions and topics that everyone wants to know locally here on the islands. We cover everything from surfing to basketball to whatever's going on locally, sports-wise. We try to do our best and cover the topics in depth as much as we can. Once again, thank you for joining PJ here on Hawaii Sports Update. Mahalo.
Aloha, my name is Miley Scarpino, and I'm the host of the Empower Hour. If you're interested in health, nutrition, fitness, here on the island of Oahu, want to learn more about places to train at or different trainers available, then watch my show on Fridays at 3. We have a great time, and I hope that you'll come join us. Much aloha. Now go get swole.
Hi, I'm your host on ThinkTech Asia, Bill Sharp. I look forward to you joining us each Monday between 4 and 5 o'clock when we film right here in our studio in downtown Honolulu. The show, ThinkTech Asia, focuses on contemporary events in Asia, and by Asia we mean anything from Hawaii, south to Australia and New Zealand, west to Pakistan, and as far north as the Russian Far East. Clearly, this is one of the most economically dynamic centers of the world, and we bring you up to date on what's going on in a whole host of countries in this very vital region. We look forward to seeing you. Aloha.
Welcome back to Global Connections. We've lost Micah, but we've gained Kuuipo Laumatia, and I'll let Kuuipo tell us about her role in the TIP program.
Sure, thanks very much. So I'm one of the technical analysts at the Office of Information Management Technology, and my role is just to support the program and to ensure its success. One of the big things that we've done recently is we have created a simplified project management process, and all of the projects that are going through this program, we are applying the process to it so that we can have our students help us take things from start to plan to execute to close. And one of the teams that Dr. Rossi talked about a little bit earlier, his Capstone team last semester, they helped us to train all of the interns that were working in different projects like Andre through the process. So every week they learned a new part of the process and they got to apply it immediately, whatever part of the project they were in, and it worked out really well. The students actually gave us quite a bit of great feedback to help us improve our process while we were in the pilot stage, and we continue to do that today. The meeting Micah was talking about earlier, Micah actually took the students through the status report process, and so we talked about, you know, some of the things that are key in a status report and helped to prepare them for a report they're going to be giving next Friday at our Business Innovation Program meeting. And that's a program that has people from all over different agencies in the state of Hawaii, innovators, people who have that attitude that we can make things better, that change is great. And they're all going to be there to see these 20 students and talk about their 9 projects. And it's really exciting. Yeah, they gave a little view of their projects today, and it was neat.
Now, the TIP program started as a part of the new enterprise system that was supposed to be coming in.
Right.
And with the governor just canceling that part of it, did that have an impact on the TIP program?
You know, not really. I mean, I think because TIP was set up to encourage innovation, collaboration, and partnership to promote business transformation and process reengineering, like you talked about earlier, it really helps us as government to transition to a modern IT infrastructure, not just through systems, but also through business solutions. So, you know, with the cancellation of the ERP, it didn't really have an impact on TIP because, as Mike explained very well, there's smaller projects that need to be done and things happen in stages, right? So we're still progressing through that, and like you mentioned earlier, you know, when that comes back, then we'll be more in line and more prepared for that change.
I'd like to give all of you a chance to tell us what you believe the TIP program does for you, or your program, your students, and the state itself. I'll start with Larry.
For me, when I pointed out the mission of the university, I feel like I'm really serving that mission. It's rare that you get to see that good of a connection between what I'm doing and what I'm supposed to be doing. It's a fantastic connection, and I enjoy that part of it. I enjoy working with the people at the state. They're part of the community, and they represent a larger part of the community, and having that network effect of our students being involved in that is pretty exciting. And we're seeing our students, some of our students have gotten into state positions, and they come back, and it is a very dynamic network that's being established.
Kuuipo, what do you see the state getting out of this, and the students that the state works with in this?
You know, there's many benefits, but I can say without a doubt that the biggest benefit is we're having students come in who, you know, are in the millennial generation, right, or era. They come in with modern technology solutions and innovative approaches in order to address the risks that we have, like with our legacy systems and our age platforms. And that innovation, just today in the status reports that happened, we saw how every single project, the students had innovated some kind of process or some kind of tool or in some way to make things happen more efficiently, faster. It was amazing. So I think, to me, the innovative thinking that they bring, you know, into the projects and into the state culture is sorely needed. Yeah.
Good. Andre, what do you get out of this?
As a student, you know, say like Dr. Rowland spoke about the mission statement, I'm actually able to live that mission statement. And I see that academia it should partner with the state. As corporations out there are outsourcing their talent, and we still have to grow knowledge base here from our universities and use that knowledge base to grow our society here in the United States. And again, it's an opportunity to learn and apply what you're learning at the same time.
Good, thank you. Now, back to you, Larry. What do you see the future with this?
Oh, that's exciting. No, right now we're pretty much focused on the IT. I've got accounting professors that would love to get accounting students interning in the same way, taking class projects into the state tax department or accounting and general services. The finance class, the econ class. We had the state's chief economist come and talk to us. He's got a world of projects and data. Wow, does he have data? We'd love to get some of our economic students interacting with various data collection processes and helping the state do the kind of analysis that help planning in the future. So we see it moving beyond just tech and supporting all the different business functions. That's the future we'd love to see.
Kuuipo, what do you see the
Well, Larry might not know this, but we've already transitioned into that era. So today we have projects with the Department of Economic Development Board and other projects outside of the IT arena, you know, for procurement office and different things. So there is opportunity everywhere for not just IT projects, but for projects that really change the face of business, right? That bring those innovations and efficiencies to the forefront so that we can serve the people of Hawaii better. So I agree with what Larry's saying. I think we can do a better job partnering and looking for those types of opportunities, and that's what Andre's project is all about, building that portfolio.
What do you see your future with this?
Dr. Rossi, I look at, again, the portfolio. Once that's built, we'll be able to align it with different departments that Dr. Rowland spoke about, and we'll be able to flush out those programs. So again, when I started the program, I just volunteered blindly and said, hey, I'll take that project on. And then once I got on board, I said, wow, there's great opportunity here. So once this portfolio is built, we can have students say, hey, I want to get working on this project because it's in line with my degree plan. I'm going to get a lot out of this, and I'm going to give to the state all that I have.
Very good. Yeah, my point of view on this, as I look at it from a broad perspective, is, you know, we have the business students who eventually will have a role in this. The IS students will probably have a role all the way through. The HR students working with the HRD department. And we have a program that deals with organizational change. And as these new programs come on board, the new processes come in, eventually the ERP comes in, there'll be a need to have somebody to assist with that transition process, the organizational change process. So we see a role for HPU in the state for for a long time coming. And that was one of the major goals that our new president, soon to be retiring president, had when he came 4 years ago, was that we had to connect with the state of Hawaii as an institution. And this has been a great opportunity to do that, to connect at an operational level, not just on a grand level. Larry, anything else you want to say about this?
Well, just one thing you just said reminded me, the fact that HPU is right downtown here.
Yeah.
If we want to do something with the state, it's just simply 2 blocks to Kuuipo's office.
Location.
Yeah,
right?
we're right there. And we pass each other on the
Right.
street. It's that kind of thing. And that's what HPU really wants to leverage, is the fact that we're here right downtown, and it can happen with various agencies, and beyond the state, even various companies. That's pretty exciting.
Yes.
I'm still late for meetings. Sorry.
Well, I just want to say the TIP program in the state of Hawaii, I think, has been really fortunate to receive the kind of support, we've had from local universities, especially from, Hawaii Pacific University, as well as the University of Hawaii. We've also had students from Brigham Young University, Hawaii, University of Phoenix, Chaminade. So, I'm just grateful. I mean, I think it's a great opportunity. It's kind of a win-win-win-win. I think everybody wins in this situation, and we're all able to help each other progress and go forward. And with the new administration that we have, and we have a new CIO now, this program aligns very well, I think, with the future of their vision and what they want to see, the changes they want to see happen in Hawaii. So we're just grateful for the support from faculty members like you, administrators, and particularly the students like Andre, right? We wouldn't have any program if there were no students. So thanks for all your hard work and effort supporting us.
Any last statements?
I just like you brought up the fact that we're in at the operational level. And again, like I said, I've been a professional for 25 years working at the operations level, and understand that it's the work that the people do in order to make this better, and they also have the foresight to say, where are we going with this? And again, I see the vision of HPUs in the mission statement. You have the professors that are in line, and we also have the state technician that's behind it. So I see this doing great, wonderful things for the state of Hawaii.
Yeah, I saw this when it first came up a couple of years ago. It was like, wow, this is so cool. Because to give students the opportunity to actually do something and have to respond or report to somebody other than a teacher, to have to deal with issues that come up, resource issues, time issues, changes in programs,
Right.
changes in leadership,
Yeah.
all of these things. It gives them such a real world view of what's going on. And then to connect it to what we do in the classroom, I think it's one of the best opportunities we'll see for students for a long time to come. Hopefully it'll keep going for
Well, it seems like it will. Yeah, it's been a great success and lots more to come.
all right.
Certainly no shortage of work.
Yeah.
An
Okay,
opportunity.
I'd like to thank all of you. Larry Rowland from HPU, Kuuipo Laumatia
Thank you, Dr. Rossi.
from the state OIMT, Andre Bellamy, one of our students from HPU, and Micah Hwang. Thank you very much.